Hello, my name is Angel, and today I'd like to ask you the question, where did our personality go? I find this a very valuable question. Now I'd like you to think for a minute, where do you think it went? Now you may be thinking of a bunch of possibilities, like maybe it's society, maybe it's the societal pressures, and that's true. But one of the biggest contributes is that social media is the real culprit. But you may be wondering how. Well, I'm gonna say a little keyword for you here. Labubu's. I bet some of you guys are tossing in your graves, remember that? Yeah, remember when people were obsessed with those little weird keychain things? And they're really ugly? Yeah, those. Yeah, I'm old, I know. They died. It's not cool anymore. So, that, you may be confused. You may be like, okay, but what does that have to do with everyone acting the same? Well, think about it. Remember when it was like a huge craze and everyone wanted one, and now it's kind of like no one really cares about it anymore? Yeah, well, there's actually a lot of contributing factors to that, and I'm going to be talking about it in this video. But before I start anything, I'd like to say that this video may be more negative at first, but then at the end I will make it a bit more lighthearted. And then something else is that there will also be a part 2 to this, and the part 2 will basically me just be saying how I got out of the mentality that, you need to act like everyone else. I'm going to be talking about how I stopped being like everyone else and just being myself. So if that's something that you're interested in, please consider subscribing and staying tuned for that, just to see how I got out of that. So anyways, first of all, how does everything being fast contribute to how it affects people and how they act? Well, you see, there's also YouTube Shorts and TikTok, and that is also short form content. So your brain is kind of being trained to think of an opinion extremely fast. So like every couple seconds you have to think of a brand new opinion, and you kind of just, well, over time it might seem kind of stressful to like think of one, or when you do and your opinion is completely different from the comments, you just kind of stop forming your own. You just kind of keep going with what the crowd says. So you ever go on a YouTube video and you don't agree with what the YouTube video is saying, and then you go check the comments and then everyone else has a different opinion than you, and then you feel like your opinion was wrong, and then you change your opinion to match what everyone else is saying? Yeah, so that is a great example of this. So I feel like with short form content, it makes people feel like they need to have the same opinion on the thing they're seeing, and it also ties into low attention spans as well. Anyways, another thing. Trends go so fast, like one day you'll be seeing something trending, and then the next day it'll just be dead. No one's talking about it. Everyone just hates it. No one likes it anymore. Like, as of May 2026, there is this, like, fidget thing called a Nido, and everyone and their mom is buying it right now, and I'm so confused, because all it is like a little, like, squishy thing. And then something else I saw that was trending is, like, I believe it's, like little, I believe it's like little like a jellyfish in a box, and there's like a rare glittery one. I don't know if it's a jellyfish. I'm sorry, I forgot to add that in my script. So I'm sorry if it's not a jellyfish. I'll add it in the description if it wasn't a jellyfish. But it's like a little like thing in a box, and it's like a bunch of influencers are buying it now. So I feel like these trends kind of make people feel like they have to fit in this like box, and like they have to buy all of the trendiest clothes, and they have to follow all of these trends, and they have to buy something new every single week, and it's such a waste of money, and more importantly, it's a waste of time. And if it's not even something you like, then what is the point, really? So, to answer the beginning of the video's question, where did our personality go? I believe it all really went to social media and what other people are doing. We're not worrying about ourselves anymore. We're worrying about what others are doing and if we're cool enough or worthy enough for that. And I feel like this shouldn't be what it is now. I feel like we should all just be able to do what we want to, but unfortunately, our brains make us believe that we have to fit in with everyone, and we have to be cool, and we have to do all of this. And when I see people use slang terms and everything, I'm fine with it. But when you see everything as cringe and corny and weird, and all you can do is just put memes to react to it, it's just, I mean, come on, man. Really? That's all you have to say? It's just nothing else? Really? And I find this really disheartening because it makes me feel especially like no one is really having a personality anymore. No one is figuring out what they like anymore. And something I'd like to preface and say that is important to keep in mind is that if you like trends and it's something authentic and real to you, if you like trends, if you like all of these things, then that is completely fine, and that is all you, alright? So if you like a certain trend, you like something, I'm not gonna say, oh, you should like that, you should like what you wanna like, okay? But if you're noticing, God, I really hate this, I don't like this at all, like, I don't know, I'm just doing it to fit in with everybody, then that's when you know to stop, okay? You need to stop, because listen, you only have one life, okay? And you have to live it to the fullest. You cannot just have some influencer that said, oh my god, guys, look at this new bag I bought, you need to buy it, oh my god, look at what I got from Sephora. Like, you don't need someone to tell you what you have to buy in order to feel happy, okay? So, if you want to dress alternative, or if you want to do crafting, or if you want to do anything that isn't harmful and is beneficial to you and your mental health and your well-being, then by all means do it. If it's drawing fan art for something, do it. If it's making animations, do it. If it's anything that you want to do because it feels right to you, do it. Because, something that I like to think about when I think about like my future is that when I'm old, I'll look back at maybe old photos of myself and I'll be like if I wasn't myself, I think I'd be like, wow, look at all these old photos of me, like I wasn't even being myself. So I think something to consider is that when you're older, do you see yourself looking back at your old photos fondly? Or do you see yourself looking back at your old photos like, wow, I wish I was being myself more? So, that's just something to think about, just some food for thought. But anyway, the video is about to end, and I'd like to tell you something important. And that is that you are loved by everyone around you, including me, and that you should never stop creating, alright? And the important message of this video is that you should be yourself. And also, I'd recommend that you stick around for part 2 of how I got out of it personally. But for this, I wanted to make it more so about what I've noticed and about how I feel about it. But the next one will be a bit more personal about how I got out of it and the techniques I used to be more like myself. So if you found this video helpful or useful in any kind of way, please consider subscribing, as it really helps the channel out, or leaving a like, or commenting you know what, I'm going to ask you to comment something. Comment your least favorite trend. What is something utterly ridiculous you thought, oh my god, why is this a trend? Who would like this? For me personally, it's the Labubus, obviously. I never liked them. The little weird monster keychains. Anyways, bye, and I appreciate you, and thank you for watching my video, and have a great day.